5. And yeah, slightly off center, but fuck it. Yeah, there are a couple of guys already, and I think that we should begin the practice session. But yeah, basically this is gonna be just a practice, sort of a rundown of the race weekend, and yeah, nothing spectacular really, but just testing mainly if me being host and streaming at the same time is causing an issue for the league or not. So that's pretty much the main thing in this stream today. But yeah, check the description for more information about the league. Not much yet, but there will be 5 rounds, and first round will be here in Autodromo Internacional do Algarve, and second in, well, I can't remember the order, but the other tracks are Zolder, Oulton Park, Donington, and Watkins Glen. But enough of talking, let's head out to the track with my weapon of choice for the first season. Well, yeah, we did a bit of a team dividing, or team sort of like a thing. So there's 3 drivers per team, and there are 5 teams, each team sporting a different manufacturer car, and I'm one of the 3 BMW drivers in this series, and it hasn't started well, but yeah, as I said before, we will be going through the schedule of a proper race weekend on this stream. So first half an hour of practice, then 15-minute qualifying, and then 20-minute race, and after that a bit of a break, and then a 35-minute race with a reversed grid. So there should be some overtaking action if nothing else, and the longer race will be driven in at 7 p.m. In the game settings. So yeah, it's a bit of a darker environment already in there compared to the daylight practice, quali, and race sessions. And yeah, really looking forward to the first proper race, since it's been a while since we've been like properly racing with the squad. And yeah, alongside me in the BMW team is Iba_86 and Mikkomo. So yeah, I'm in a good team. I have a full confidence and full trust in both of the guys as well. And yeah, now I have a race set up. So oh fuck! I had to avoid Iba since he was a bit early on the brakes, understandably because of a cold car still. But yeah, luckily only a practice session, so nothing really lost. But yeah, race setup on now. Well, there isn't that much leeway in making the setups anyway, so yeah, not much difference basically. Slightly different tire pressures, and then the fuel amount, but apart from that it's the same setup throughout the weekend. But yeah, looking really forward to next Sunday when the series like properly kicks off with a race weekend around here, the Algarve racing circuit. And yeah, these GTE cars are rather easy but still fun to drive. So yeah, looking forward to the races like really much. And yeah, there shouldn't be that much of differences between like the skill levels either, since these are relatively easy to control after all. I mean, there's traction control and, well, there isn't ABS, but you don't need ABS if you have a good left foot. And now, don't know if Iba deliberately went wide there or not, but either way, he gave me room there. And yeah, quali laps are gonna be definitely 141 laps, probably low 41s, but in the race probably low 42s or something similar to that. But nothing like a really oh fuck, there isn't penis that much of a difference between quali laps and race laps, really. Less, well, close to a second or so, so not much. At least if you're taking a look what Formula 1 quali and race lap difference is, then 1 second is really nothing, you know. There might be even closer to 4 or 5 seconds between quali laps and then race laps, thanks to the tire and especially engine preservation and all different kinds of party modes and such in the engines and whatnot. So yeah, the cars are quite a bit different from the qualifying. Yeah, this is a really tricky corner, that downhill hairpin. There isn't like a clear braking point for that, but it's always feels that I'm braking too early or too late, never like on point. So yeah, it's really difficult. And also this corner here, a long double apex right-hander, winding or tightening a bit, and on the midpoint of the corner you go like up on a hill, so the car is lifted off a bit and therefore really light and really eager to lock up. So yeah, that's a difficult corner, and then this last one as well, you really need to get the line properly in order to maximize your speed throughout the corner. And we are now in the 142s with race fuels and such. So yeah, shouldn't be impossible to crack low 42s in the races as well, or yeah, in the races. Hello Iskala, nice to have you here. Yeah, like 5 lockups during that one braking. So yeah, that's a really tricky corner indeed. But I'm having a bit of a personal dilemma, since my steering wheel says Ferrari, but all the other parts in my car says BMW, so maybe I should alter my steering wheel a bit for this occasion. But the right-hander is a really tricky corner to get right. Oh fuck. Mostly because of the part where the car really gets light, and I'm way too early on the apex on that one, causing in me almost going wide. Now missing the apex on the last corner a bit, so probably losing just a tiny amount of speed throughout the start-finish straight, but yeah, 4/10, but nothing like too dramatic. And after all, this is only practice session of the practice weekend, so not that important yet, even though I'll be trying my best in order to get a good feel for the car and the track and all that, and also to know where to improve in the future as well. My potential time went down on that first sector, but I still that wasn't my fastest first sector, so that's a bit tricky or weird. Yeah, that's really a pain in the ass, that corner. Fucking hate it. And it doesn't even provide a proper overtaking spot either, since if you go offline on that corner, you're really giving an advantage to the others with lesser grip that you have when you're offline there, thanks to the live track feature of this game, which I do like thoroughly though. And yeah, we're 3 minutes away from the halfway point of the session, and yeah, slightly improved on the final sector, but nothing too dramatic. Yeah, well, I've been really busy as well, so sorry for that, for not being able to stream, but next week should be better, since I'm having school from Tuesday to Thursday, so that means that I have my nights off, or evenings, so I should have plenty of time to stream, and at least some weeklies, and maybe AVR, oh well, yeah, definitely AVR Death 4 Club round something too. And something else as well was there on my mind what to stream next week, but yeah, I can admit myself as well that I've been rather busy this week, so I've been really non-existent on the streaming front, and I've apparently made some gains in the last sector, since my potential time has dropped down to 142.1, but no improvement still. That first braking zone is really a tricky one, and also this one, you want to get the car slowed down nice and easy, so that you can really open up this left-hander and go flat out through it. And yeah, then this pain in the ass corner, that left-hander hairpin. So yeah, there's plenty of concentration requiring corners on this track. But yeah, definitely still lacking the perfect lap so far. I've made mistakes on each and every one of my laps. And once again, this corner proves to be really tricky, and it might cause some trouble come race day. But it is really tricky corner to get right, mostly down to the braking part. The driving line itself isn't that difficult through that corner, since yeah, you can see it from a lot of YouTube videos, but the braking is really difficult on that corner. You can make a shit ton of time if you can just get it properly done. And oh, a slight improvement, 142.5. So nice, I guess. Yeah, on this one you really have to open up the left-hander here, so you can go flat out through that left-hander and then get maximum speed on this straight. And yeah, the lockups are really a pain in the ass, making it really tricky to drive around here in Algarve, Portugal. But this is one of the better handling GTE cars still, so yeah, nothing to worry about. And in the earlier practice races, my race pace in particular has been really good, so I have no like real worries about the upcoming race weekend either. But even more so, really hyped for getting back to properly racing next Sunday again for actual points and all that. So yeah, really happy. It's been a while now since I've been properly racing, like in anger, and yeah, I'm really missing it as well. Yeah, not a good lap, but still the pace is rather consistent on the high 42s. And yeah, jinxed it. Talking about consistency and immediately spinning, so yeah, not the best, but yeah, nothing to worry about really. And for some reason I'm not allowed to drive, so fuck this game. But well, there it came. And yeah, I think that there's a possibility. Oh fuck, my eyes are watering. There's a possibility in the race to do low 42s and with a perfect lap. Oh, sorry, even a high 41 in the race should be possible. But yeah, and the low 41s in qualifying are really possible, meaning that I've driven them myself already, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we also have one backup drive for the season as well. He's currently in P4. I've just heard of him today, but apparently he's a really fair racer, and he seems to be driving a Corvette. But what I really like about this series is that there's plenty of car manufacturers, or car models, which way you want to put it. There's the BMWs that I'm driving, then there's Ferraris with the 488, the Porsche RSR, and the Corvette from Chevrolet, and then the Ford GTLM as well. So plenty of cars, and each car has a bit of a different sort of like a set of characteristics. So there should be a bit of a diversity in performance between different tracks. And that should make for an interesting series, most likely, since that would mean that even though the drivers are really good on some teams, they might be struggling to get into the top 5 or something in some races. So sounds really good to me. That, like in real life, you're gonna be struggling probably at least a bit on some events. But yeah, really looking forward to this. Forward to the series, and especially thanks to the team aspect as well. I mean, there's 15 drivers, 5 teams, 3 drivers, and each team has a different car, so that makes it even more interesting. And we tried to form the teams in such a way that all the fast drivers aren't in one team, but instead we made this sort of a team leader kind of thing, so that each team has a leader who is somewhat of a good driver, meaning that for the BMW team it's myself, even though I do not consider myself that great of a circuit driver after all. And for Ferrari it's mostly Ford GT, it's Q Petrol Q, who you've seen in previous series, and then for Corvette it's Lumiere, and for Porsche it's PP_Heinonen. So yeah, there's plenty of good drivers in each team, and team's championship is decided by the average positions of each team member combined, and those are counted together, and then that will form the team standings at the end of the championship or the series. Well, this is something that one of the organizers of this series has created in another series in GT Sport. So that looks really interesting, and I was quite out of line there, really sideways through that right-hander. But yeah, for example, the different characteristics in these cars. For example, this BMW is a bit boat-like. It's rather heavy, and it suffers a bit from understeer, but you can get through it with slight setup alterations that are allowed in the rules. And then again, the Porsche RSR is really tail happy, and it's rather tricky to drive, but when you can drive it properly, it's hellishly fast. I mean, like, oh my lord. But it's really like a driver's car, so that's why I'm not having it. And then again, The Ford GT is a really stable car, but with maybe a tad less of a turn in compared to the BMW, and then again a bit more of a stability instead. And then Ferrari is a great all-around car, and so is Corvette as far as I remember. So yeah, there are slightly different characteristics for the car, so it's gonna be an interesting season throughout. Also the team dynamics and all that gonna play into it as well. But yeah, Porsches are looking really good around here. Zane in second and PP in third, both driving Porsches. But I'm not far off from Morstea's pace, who's driving the Ferrari 488 GTE. And then I'm in fourth in the BMW M6 GTE. But yeah, I really love this car since you can really slam on the throttle when you're exiting a corner thanks to the TC. You really don't have to watch out for the rear end stepping out or anything like that. Unlike with, for example, the Group C cars that we raced in the last race of mostly GT series. So yeah, these are rather easy cars to drive, apart from when under braking. Yeah, I really like how the BMW sounds under traction control acceleration. Just amazing. Sort of reminds me of the coasting sound on the Honda Formula 1 engines as well. But yeah, now let's focus on one good proper lap. Hopefully make it fastest of my laps. And there goes that. Unless the race control, yeah, the race control didn't really like my half a second coasting. But here, now it's gone. And a bit of time lost there, so yeah, not gonna improve. But yeah, let's at least focus on the last two sectors, then maybe we can improve in there at least before we head to the pits. And we go wide there, and are given another slowdown penalty from the almost Nazi-like race control. So yeah, that's practice for us over. But yeah, if you have any questions regarding the upcoming series or anything else, now is a really good time to ask, since I'll be just eating candy for the next 2 minutes. So if you have anything to ask, just let me know. And yeah, we can also toggle the monitor for example, Zane. So we can see how he's driving around the track. Yeah, you can see the Porsche is rather tricky. Let's head to PP underscore Herner and a couple of corners behind. they're getting rather late onto the throttle as well. Do I have a car? And do you mean like, do I own a car? Or do I have something to drive daily? First, no. Second, yes, I use my parents' car for daily driving. It's a 2001 Volvo S60 front wheel drive with like a 2 and maybe 2.5 liter engine or something close to that. 2.4 maybe. 180 brake horsepower. At least when it was new, so yeah. Yeah, it's a quite fun car, but in no means a rally car. And there is our first practice done, and you can see, yeah, I saw your comment. I'm setting them in the when we get there, but yeah, and the Ferrari seems to be fastest on first sector easily, but then again on the final sector it seems to be rather slow. But yeah, tuning setup, share, yeah, not gonna send my setup to any others. But yeah, now it's qualifying, and we will be using the qualifying setup then. Basically just less fuel, slightly higher pressures. But yeah, I think we should head out to the track really soon, but yeah. Yeah, apparently I'm the team boss. But now we have the quali set up, so we shall go out onto the track. And yeah, one thing that is really nice in this series is also the sort of set gear ratio. I mean, you can set the final drive, but that's about it, since if you try to set the gear ratios you just make one gear the next gear basically, so that's not something that you'd like to do really. I mean, if you, for example, you have like a value of 2.41 on the first gear and second gear has 1.37, this is just hypothetical talking or making a point. And then if you try to make the make the first gear longer, it will just give you the value of the second gear, so yeah, it makes no use. And there's only 3, at least for BMW, there's only 3 setups, 3 3 setups for the final drive ratio, so this is the middle one that I'm running here. So there's one for even faster circuits and one for a lot lower circuit or slower circuits. So probably that will get used in places like Oulton and maybe Donington as well, and maybe the faster one will get used in Watkins Glen then. But yeah, let's try to get a really beautiful lap for the qualifying, even though it's not that decisive yet. This is not a race for anyone's mom or wife or whatever. It's just practice still, so not that important yet, but still somewhat important. So yeah, I'll be shutting down or shutting up for this lap. So that I can get a good one. Oh, of course, on the straights I might talk a bit, but on the corners I really need to focus. Yeah, very. No. Yeah, I had maybe tad too much of steering angle there, so the car understeered a bit. And Morster with a really good lap from the get-go. Doesn't feel like I'm getting a good lap from here, but if it's a 41, then I'm happy. Even if it's a high 41, then I'm still happy. But yeah. Yeah, high 41 with relatively good lap. Not setting the world on fire yet. And not on that hairpin either. Yeah, there's a couple of nice overtaking opportunities on this track. This hairpin being one of them, since it's after somewhat of a long straight. And yeah, then the main straight also provides some sort of a overtaking opportunity, while I was way too cautious through there. It has cost me a bit of time. But still looking relatively good on my side. But yeah, this is more like trying to get a bit of a feel for the power struggle between the teams, more than trying to get a good lap. And yeah, I fucked up the last sector quite well, so not that much of an improvement for me. Can I keep it in the lines? Maybe. Yeah, I did, since no ping for me. But yeah, it feels like that you really need to drive this car rather violently that you really need to throw the car into the corners. And that's the way it feels that it's the fastest. But yeah, let's see. Now showing that I have some genitalia with that execution on the tricky AF corner. Hopefully I have enough fuel to run throughout the lap. Yeah, those two go hand in hand. Yeah, I think I have enough fuel for the remaining couple 100 meters. But yeah, not still the best lap, but at least hopefully a bit of an improvement over. No! Trying maybe a bit too hard on the final sector, but yeah, it's really close between me and Monster and PP and even Zane. Really close in the mix. Only 3 tenths separating us, and there's 3 different cars between the 4 drivers. So yeah, really looking forward to the race. But yeah, let's try to get even a bit better lap. Oh, PP Heinonen improves as well, slightly off the pace of Monster, but only slightly. But yeah, let's see if Coca-Cola can give me a bit of extra pace. Or not. Working up the temps. You should create a logo or something with the Coca-Cola font, you know, but Coca replaced with ice. Would be amazing. Yeah, hopefully we can get the temps up a bit so we can push from the first lap onwards properly. And for some reason Hamtaro Finn has left the lobby. But yeah, there's potential for like 141.2, so they've driven 141.4 in the same lobby settings, so it should be possible to top the standings here on qualifying. But as it was pointed out by both me and Icecola, this is not that important yet. Instead, this is just for shits and giggles. But let's focus the shit out of this lap. A bit of a rallying type of throw into the corner. Slightly wide on the apex of that hairpin, barely keeping it in the white lines, in between the white lines, and that's a way to long of a comment for me to read right now when I'm trying to push, even though this lap doesn't seem to be working out that well. Yeah, slight fuck up there in the left hand hairpin. But yeah, not expecting an improvement over my lap time and not getting one either. But hopefully this time will be different. Some hundredths of second getting shaved off from the potential, but still the clock doesn't like my progress throughout the lap, so that sucks. Still 2.5 tenths. Hopefully we can make up for that in the final sector, but I doubt it. But yeah, my way around the final corner felt teeny tiny bit more smooth compared to the earlier runs, but still 42 sharp, not getting a good lap in. I've thought about that, but I really don't drink any kind of soda, so I really don't think it would represent me well. Yeah, that's a valid point as well to make. But yeah, a bit gutted that I didn't get to drive a proper, or I couldn't drive a proper quali lap for my standards. But yeah. But yeah, we're still waiting for the session to end, and then we are heading to race number 1 of this practice weekend. And tell me, Icecola, is it important?
Good driving. That's P3 in qualifying. Let's bring it home in the race.
I'm slowest through sector 2 and out of top 4, but then I'm fastest through sector 3 and quite on the same level with most NPP in sector 1, so yeah, looking good for the race. We are ready to go, almost. And you can see the wide spectrum of cars. There are 4 out of the 5 cars. Yes, 4 out of the 5 cars in the series represented here. And yeah, looking really, really good, in my opinion, that we have such a wide variety of cars in the series. And really happy with that. And yeah, first we have a 20-minute race, and then we have a 35-minute race, but the first 3 or 4 minutes of that 35 minutes goes into the in switching the order properly and on the warm-up lap. And yeah, you can't just lift off the clutch like you have to smoothly operate it in order to get at least somewhat of a good start, and I did not.
Watch your right.
I did not.
Still there.
There's someone on my right. Can't see them.
Clear now. One length back.
So, not important at all. Is that what you're trying to say, huh? But yeah, one thing that the BMW is giving a slight advantage others too is the fuel consumption. This is slightly thirstier car than the others. So yeah, I need a couple of liters more fuel than the other cars, meaning that the car is slower compared to the other cars in the start of the race, but in the end we will be more equal. And there's heavy conversation going on about the last race of this GT Sport series that I'm driving in also, but to be honest, I'm not that invested in that series as I'm in this one. Moorster goes wide and PP_Heinonen gets through the first place. But it's really flattering that the game thinks that I'm able to do 1:41 sharp in the race. But I personally don't see it that way. That it will be possible. Yeah, it's quite a close-knit sorry, wrong kind of a pronunciation there. It's quite tight-knitted pack between the three of us. And as soon as I say that, I make a slight mistake and those two ahead of me escape slightly. And Moorster gets this corner very, very wrong. Here might be my chance of overtaking. But unlikely, I'm way too far behind. But let's start with the fuck. No, let's not start with the fuck, but let's start with the mind games. A bit. showing in the mirrors and all that. But while with me and most are battling, PP is inching slowly but steadily away, and he makes a
On
mistake,
your right.
but gets a
All
better
clear.
exit. So as I need to avoid him onto the
Fastest first sector you've done so far. Great
onto the
stuff.
tighter inside line on the exit zone. No fun on that corner yet. But there, PP has gotten a gap of almost second and a half. Compared to us, and yeah, you can really see that the BMW is lacking a bit in that corner where we go onto the top of the hill and onto the right-hander. Really trying to reel more steer in, but yeah, now I might be close enough, but still
That's
I'm
your fastest
a
lap
bit
in the race so
doubtful.
far. On the left side. Clear.
No, 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 fuck, no, not again. Yeah, I've done this before in the practice sessions as well. So, don't know what it is, but yeah, there's just something on the inside line there that makes the car unstable and makes me spin every time when I try to dive up the inside, so maybe I need to stop doing that and just try overtaking on the other places instead. But then I need to just keep my head down and try to push. In order to catch the guys ahead and at least try to
That's your fastest second
recover
sector so
a
far.
bit.
Keep it up.
Hopefully make up one or two places in the process, or if not, then I get a good starting place for the second race, so that doesn't bother me either as I go way too sideways over the last corner. For some reason Hamtaro_Finn is on the pits. Someone has spun. Zane has spun. Yeah, that was too optimistic. My mistake, definitely. But at least I didn't crash into him, so that's good. Because that would have been a bit of a embarrassing situation, but now at least we still have 12 minutes to try and overtake him, so roughly around 7 laps. Yeah, exactly. Oh, for fuck's sake, now I'm getting a slowdown thingy. Come on, I'm slowing down already. Get the fuck off my screen. But at least it's a tad more kinder than the thing in Assetto Corsa, which just fucks you up with a cactus in the ass, giving you a 10-second penalty or something if you go slightly over the white line. Way better exit than the car ahead. Still way too behind.
You've just posted the fastest first sector time. Okay, mate, you're on his tail. Let's try and nail him on this lap. Force an error. He's under big pressure. You can take him.
Again, slightly better exit. Yeah, I've seen that footage as well. On his Instagram. Yeah, it's not like he has any other social media accounts. Way too far. Way too
Nice
far.
one. New PB.
To try even think about something. But the overtaking seems to be a bit tricky matter. On here.
Car
So
right. Still there. Still there. Okay, clear. One right. He's still there. Still right. All clear.
Alright, there's someone. There's the B3 guy apparently spun in front of us as well, so he's joining us for a nice, good, fairly fought battle, most likely. There has been
7
surprisingly
minutes to go.
much of action for just a practice race. The PP_Heinen is really looking to be the man to beat on the first race. Yeah, I couldn't nail the exit better than him for some reason. Even though with all kinds of sense it should have been from attacking to
1 length
defending. So
2 lengths behind. 1 length behind. Half length behind. 1 length back. 2 wide, right side. Clear.
come on, get going, get going.
Half length
Fuck.
back, watch your line.
Fuck.
Car right.
Annoying. If only those
Still
people
right.
could
Clear. Right side.
shut up in that one group.
Okay, great driving. That's P3. Clear now. 1 length back. Half length back. 2 lengths back.
Now I really need to get going
1 length behind.
so I can try the challenge Zane for P2 instead of having to defend from P5. But yeah, quite far away from PP_Heinonen, who's easily
4 minutes remaining.
cruising to his victory here. There are 2-3 laps, something like that, to go. So maybe there's a slight chance of getting past St. Island, but nothing major really. Requires a
That's your
mistake
best sector 2 time so far
from
today.
him.
Great stuff. 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, 2 more laps. Unless there's some sort of weird carnage. On next lap we are all limping down to the finish line. Like some old man or
Just at
something.
your own personal best lap. Keep it up.
Oh fuck, hopefully I don't get a
2
slowdown.
minutes to go.
Doesn't seem that way. Yeah, the race director seems to be slightly more laid back in the race compared to the quali sessions.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah, one more lap to try to get and pass Zane Island with that annoyingly fast Porsche that I just can't get ahead of.
If you've got anything left in reserve, now's the time to use it. We can still take second place. 1 lap to go. Keep on it.
That was weirdly early braking point for this corner. Weirdly early.
You've got one on your right.
Really,
Still too
really,
wide, right side.
really intense.
Well done, that's second place. Time to catch up with the leader. 1 length behind. Half length behind. 1 length back.
Yes, made it through.
He's 2 lengths behind you.
Felt really, really good.
One length back. He's 2 lengths back. One length behind.
Yeah, that was quite a hard fought battle, but eventually I was able to bring the car home in P2. Thanks, but hopefully next time I don't have to recover. I can just carefully cruise in P2, but at least that made it interesting, if nothing else. Yeah, let's stall the car purposefully there. But yeah, nice race. Second place after all, but far, far away from PP_Heinonen's fastest. And yeah, now we have a bit of a break, short break before we start the long ass race. Yeah, very, very long. But yeah, I think we are. Let's see if anyone else is feeling ready yet or not. And yeah, we're waiting for just a bit so that one driver can get their steering wheel settings proper. But yeah, just slight delay here. But then again, if you have any questions, now is a good time to ask them. And or if you feel like you need to go and get a fury wank to hear something, whatever you want, it's a good time for that. But yeah, seems like we're heading on the track. Soon. It does look like he has a BMW. But yeah, seems like we are ready to go. And yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. That's what this waiting time is really good for. You can ask questions. Anything that you really want to know about your least favorite YouTuber. Oh fuck, did I not change it? Or did I change it? Fuck, you're making me nervous now. You're making me nervous. I hope that I did put it right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, this is the backdrop for this beautiful race here in Autodromo International du Algarve. And yeah, 35 minutes is the duration of the race. So we will get roughly around 30 minutes of racing, actual racing, just like was the case with just like in the previous Seto series as well. Oh, and yeah. I'll now disable the notifications because fuck them. Yeah, and thanks to the hard tires we can really push as well. It seems like none of those people are putting a ready mark in time. Are they? Are they not? Really exciting. Only Hamtaro needing. Didn't seem like he got in time. No, he did not.
Right side. Still on your right. Car right. Okay, he's cleared you.
What are we waiting for? This is frustrating and not the way it should have gone. And Zane should be in front of me.
On your
Iba
right.
should be first.
He's clear.
What is he waiting for? Hamtaro got DQ'd. He should be paying attention a bit. Oh, for fuck's sake, go ahead. Drive. Ah.
Watch right. You've got a car right.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're practicing
Still
this
right.
stuff. Because this is fucking
Clear now.
embarrassing, really. We are
2
like...
lengths behind.
What? We are all grown people
Half length behind.
and we're fucking up a simple task, simply worded. So yeah, it's rather embarrassing. Where is my lights? Is it here? No.
1 on your right. You're clear.
Get going.
You got 1 2 lengths back.
Come on, let's go. Not that difficult. And my temps have dropped like hell. So yeah. There goes that. There goes that. Yeah, let's drive fast. To keep the temps up. Apparently that's rather difficult for some.
Car right.
Oh, come on, what are we doing? Seriously. Not that difficult.
1 length back.
Go.
Two lengths back. He's still there. One length behind.
There's some contact, apparently, or something, I don't know.
He's 2 lengths behind you. He's 2 lengths back.
Almost lost it. Somehow I'm in the lead. I don't know how or why, but I am. So I'll try to make the most out of this one.
2 lengths back. 1 length back. He's 2 lengths behind you.
Yeah, the potential jumped up quite a bit.
You got 1 2 lengths back.
Oh, barely keeping it inside the lines. Just barely. Then on the throttle stomping like those Jewish people do in weddings when they stomp on the glasses or something, I don't know what's the fucking thing there, but just like that, stomping on it like yeah, I know, I'm a sound effects specialist.
He's 2 lengths back.
No, not the best line. Definitely not. But we at least got a bit of a... No, we don't. Sorry, I'm taking that back. But we
Keep
got
this up.
almost into the
Just that fastest
141s.
lap of the race.
And with shit ton of fuel as well, so... quite good.
2 lengths behind. Still there. Two lengths behind.
Yeah, I'm really trying if you're not noticing, but yeah, I'm really trying. Since I'm trying to get away from PP and Monster, but it would be more believable if I could nail the braking down to that corner instead of losing 6/10.
You got 1 2 lengths back.
Yeah, not as good of a lap as the one before. But we're still leading, so that's what matters the
2 lengths
most.
behind you.
And I don't think
Still
that,
there, 2 lengths back.
I don't ever want to hear again that someone is 2 lengths behind. That's fucking annoying by now. Oh boy. Although, better to have him 2 lengths
2 lengths
back instead of 2 lengths front, because that would be a lot harder to catch. But still.
2 lengths back.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's gonna be a long... ...25 minutes if I'm having to push constantly away from PP.
1 length behind. 2 lengths back.
Especially if I need to even protect my line. It's gonna make it even slower and even more trickier around the corners of Algarve here.
One length back. Half length back. 1 length behind. Half length back. Watch your line.
Thanks for
Still there.
noticing and notifying me. Oh boy.
He's 2 lengths back.
Oh, how many lengths? It would make for a killer drinking game if you had to take a shot every time he says 2 lengths back. Everyone apart from the Finns would die within the first 2 laps.
1 length back. He's 2 lengths behind you. Two lengths behind.
Seriously,
Still 2 lengths back.
everyone would die. Yeah.
Half length back. You got 1 2 lengths back. Still 2 back.
Yeah, I can't really afford any kind of mistakes if I want to keep my position. That's for damn sure.
He's 2 lengths behind you. He's still there, 2 lengths back.
Something about not affording to do any mistakes here. Damn, almost lost the car on the braking there. Only because I was teeny tiny bit on the curb. Yeah, I think that's gonna be his new name. From here on out. Oh, really struggling to keep the car between the white lines.
You got 1 2 lengths back.
I wish I had a water bottle somewhere in my reach, but nuh-uh. Oh boy.
Two lengths back.
Yeah, amazing race engineering from my race engineer.
One length behind. He's 2 lengths
Damn,
back.
20 minutes still to go. Feel like this hasn't change to any direction throughout the race. So
20 minutes to go.
rather exhausting mentally
One
as well.
length back. 2 lengths behind.
Especially with no water too. So at least a slight difference from the
He's 2 lengths behind you.
final corner.
Half length behind. He's 2 lengths back.
Loving the comments. Thanks, guys.
One length behind.
Oh, fuck off. No, I wish I had some. But that's just my own stupidity. For some reason thinking that, hey, this is only a practice, I won't be really trying, I won't need water.
You got 1 2 lengths back. Two lengths back. 1 length back. Still there.
Yeah, I think someone's getting banned from this channel really, really soon. No, I'm just kidding. But only 17 minutes and 50 seconds to withstand. And then we are through with the race. And I can go and get some sugary drinks.
One length behind.
Just like Max Verstappen.
He's 2 lengths behind you.
I don't ever want to hear 2 lengths back again after this race.
You got 1 2 lengths back.
I mean, this is...
One length back.
some comedy.
2 lengths
Oh,
back. 1 length behind.
I wish there was a button to silence the
He's 2 lengths back.
team radio. Definitely.
On the left side. Clear.
I think the gap is now the biggest that it has been throughout the race. And it's still less than a second. So yeah, really struggling here. Oh, really being under pressure, I think is the more like accurate description of events.
Minutes to go.
Nice to hear something else in the team radio as well. And there goes all my hopes of enlarging the gap between me and PP underscore Heinonen. Sorry, PP 2 lengths Heinonen. Oh.
Lengths behind.
I mean, yeah, at least if I would be as intolerant for radio speaking between corners as Kimi is, then he would definitely be fired, but that's not the case. So maybe he will get to stay for future races as well.
He's 2 lengths back.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, indeed, minimal talking. But I do need that spotter guy for all those close encounters with the opponents. Since he really tells well where they are from all the other places as well, not just from behind. So yeah, he's really useful.
Got one 2 lengths back.
Oh, surprising. We should do some sort of a deal that he doesn't... He tells me if he's somewhere else than 2 lengths back.
You got one 2 lengths back.
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to be any more annoying than that. But anyway. Oh, they didn't quite make it into the 41s. But we are close, we are close.
One length behind.
Ten minutes to go.
Lengths back.
Yeah, he's not giving me any time to breathe whatsoever. So yeah, this is really exhausting race to be alert throughout the race. Like, yeah, in a way you have to be always alert throughout the race, but this is something different completely. And oh, he's off. Did you guys see what happened? I didn't. I was focusing on my driving instead. But yeah, you could drive these tires for, I mean, like that you could give these tires still to your son when he starts racing. That's how long these tires last. Oh, okay, thanks. But yeah, he's 4.5, 5 seconds away. So he can still come up and fight against me. Can't really let my pace drop. Even for the remainder of the race. Which will be like 4 laps or so. Maybe 5, but still can't really switch off. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. Yeah, I think I've had my share of 2 lengths back already for tonight.
7 minutes remaining.
Oh, I already got, like, if he's just fucking with me or something, got that little nervous tingling sensation in my anus. But no, apparently not. BMW M6 GTE. That's the car that my team will be racing for the first season of this series. So yeah. Could be worse. I hope that we could soon finally break into the 41s in a race club, but doesn't seem to be happening on this lap at least. Yeah, definitely not on this lap. Huh? 141.2. Where can you see that?
4 minutes remaining.
Or is that some sort of a joke? Since, you know, I'm not that sort of a humor guy, so don't try to joke around with me. I'm a serious guy. For some reason this race feels really long, but there's only 3 minutes to go, so 2 laps on top of this. Most likely.
To go.
Oh, that was really... I had PTSD flashbacks to 2 lengths back messages when the radio message starting sound and 2 begun the message. So yeah, I really shot myself. Almost shot myself there as well, since I farted quite heavily. Almost too heavily, but... yeah, let's miss the apex, that sounds like a plan. Yeah. Oh, how heavily I am sweating, it's not even fun.
Last lap now, mate. Stay focused. Just keep it clean and tidy all the way to the flag.
But yeah, the tires are holding really well, even though we've raced for a little over 30 minutes. the tires are still almost as new, so yeah, it's definitely going to be a no-stop race next weekend.
If you've got anything left in the tank, now it's time to use it. Push as hard as you can.
Fuck off, I won't push. I have 4.5 second lead. No way I'm risking that. I mean, at least I have that amount of racing wisdom that if you're leading by a comfortable margin, you're not trying to push on the last lap. Fuck, yes. Oh, sorry. Never mind. This isn't important, so... yeah, definitely. What a race. Really, really, really... really exhausting race. Now I definitely need my sugary drinks. Oh boy. I hope I can repeat this feature in the actual race as well on next weekend, so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can repeat it next week.
That's P1. That's the kind of job we're looking
That would be
for.
amazing.
Great driving.
And yeah, not quite the fastest lap, but really, really close. Really, really close. Within a tenth. So it could be worse. A lot worse. But oh, thank you, Phoenix 887. But yeah, I think I'm done with this stream now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Tune back tomorrow for another episode of Maximum Attack Mondays that I haven't yet filmed, but I hopefully will before heading to work tomorrow. Someone left already. Zane. But yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Tune back tomorrow for Maximum Attack Mondays. And yeah, tune back next Sunday from 8 PM onwards to see the actual first round of Slip and Slide Racing League Season 1 Round 1. Thanks for watching. Bye. And the mandatory penis for Phoenix.